Every day, countless times, we encounter a simple, unassuming button, agree. We click it without a second thought, eager to access the latest app, stream a new show, or simply browse a website. This seemingly innocuous action, however, is far more significant than most of us realize. We blindly accept terms of service and privacy policies that are often hundreds, if not thousands, of words long. This common practice has become a silent ritual, a digital handshake with unseen consequences. The urgency of privacy risks is escalating, yet our collective awareness lags dangerously behind. This video will pull back the curtain on these hidden agreements. We will reveal the profound, often alarming, consequences of what happens when you click agree without truly understanding the contract you've just signed. Prepare to see your digital life in a new, unsettling light. Consider Adam, a friend of mine who downloaded a popular photo editing app. He quickly clicked through the permissions, granting access to his camera, microphone, and even his contacts list. He just wanted to enhance a few pictures like so many of us do. Soon after, Adam started noticing something disturbing. Ads for products he'd only discussed privately with his wife, never searched for online, began appearing everywhere. It felt like his phone was listening, a chilling thought he initially dismissed as paranoia. Driven by this unsettling experience, Adam finally decided to read the app's terms of service. Tucked away in a dense paragraph, he found a clause explicitly stating the app could collect audio data for service improvement and targeted advertising. He had legally consented to being spied on. Then there's the story of Sarah, who embraced a new fitness tracker with enthusiasm. She loved monitoring her steps, sleep, and heart rate, believing it was all for her personal health journey. She never imagined her most intimate health data could become a commodity. Unbeknownst to her, the terms she agreed to allowed the company to sell her anonymized activity data to third parties. Worse still, her detailed health metrics, including sleep patterns and heart rate variability, were shared with data brokers. These brokers then sold the information to insurance companies. The consequence for Sarah was a shocking increase in her health insurance premiums. Her healthy lifestyle data, meant to empower her, was instead used against her, all because she clicked agree on a lengthy document she never read. These are not isolated incidents. They are symptoms of a much larger problem. Social media apps routinely claim broad ownership or perpetual licenses to user photos, even after you delete them. Platforms often store deleted messages and posts on their servers for extended periods, accessible to them and potentially to others. AI companies are increasingly using user voices, captured through various apps, to train their sophisticated models without explicit, informed consent. In essence, by clicking agree, users are legally giving away their privacy piece by painful piece. This isn't theft. It's a voluntary surrender, codified in legal language we rarely bother to decipher. We are handing over the keys to our digital lives, often for the convenience of a free service. The very concept of consent in the digital age has become an illusion. Terms of service, or TOS, are not designed to inform you. They are meticulously crafted to protect the company. Their primary purpose is to establish a legal framework that absolves the service provider of liability and grants them extensive rights over your data. This is why they are intentionally complex and overwhelmingly long. Imagine trying to read a 12,000-word document, which could take you nearly an hour every time you download a new app. Companies rely on this fatigue, knowing most users will simply scroll and click agree. Despite this lack of understanding, that click forms a legally binding contract. Deep within these agreements lie data ownership clauses that are particularly concerning. You often grant companies a worldwide, royalty-free, sublicensable, and transferable license to use your content. This means they can use your photos, reviews, messages, and anything else you upload, however they see fit, anywhere in the world without paying you a dime. This isn't about companies stealing your data. It's about you volunteering it. You are explicitly giving them permission to use your content for their business purposes, which can include advertising, product development, or even selling it to other entities. The language is clear if only we bothered to read it. Beyond content, TOS agreements detail extensive tracking and profiling practices. Companies collect vast amounts of data on your behavior. Every click, every scroll, every pause you make on their platform. They meticulously record what you view, what you search for, and how long you engage with specific content. This granular data is then used to create incredibly detailed psychological profiles of you. These profiles map your habits, your desires, your vulnerabilities, and your purchasing power. This is the foundation for the mind-reading, targeted advertising that often feels so unnervingly accurate. Perhaps one of the most insidious clauses is the one allowing third-party sharing. These sections state that your data can be shared with trusted third parties, partners, or affiliates. These vague terms often encompass a vast network of advertisers, data brokers, analytics firms, and other companies you've never heard of. Your data, once collected, doesn't stay with the original app or service. It flows through a complex ecosystem of companies, each using it for their own profit. Multiple entities are leveraging your personal information behind the scenes, creating a digital shadow economy built on your digital footprint. This brings us to the hidden costs of free services. We often celebrate free apps and platforms, believing we're getting something for nothing. The stark reality is that your privacy is the price you pay. You are not the customer, you are the product being bought and sold. Companies like Google and Facebook earn billions of dollars by selling your attention, your data, and your predicted behavior to advertisers. When you don't pay for a service with money, you pay for it with your most valuable asset, your personal information. This fundamental truth is often obscured by the convenience and accessibility of free. So, what can you do in this increasingly complex digital landscape? While reading every single word of every TOS is impractical, you can focus on key sections. Look for terms like data, license, share, third parties, and permissions. These keywords will often highlight the most critical clauses regarding your privacy. Beyond reading, actively utilize privacy-focused browsers and search engines that block trackers by default. Crucially, be vigilant about app permissions. When an app asks for access to your microphone, camera, or contacts, ask yourself if it's truly necessary for its core function. Deny permissions that seem excessive or irrelevant. Whenever possible, reject optional data sharing. Many apps and services now offer choices regarding personalized ads or data collection for improvement. Always opt out of these if given the chance. Every no you click helps reclaim a small piece of your digital autonomy. Consider investing in paid versions of trusted apps and services. If a company relies on subscriptions rather than advertising, their incentive to exploit your data is significantly reduced. Paying for a service often means you are the customer, not the product. This is a direct way to align your interests with the service providers. Ultimately, staying informed is your best defense. Understand the value of your data and the mechanisms by which it's collected and used. Knowledge empowers you to make more conscious decisions about your digital interactions. The more you know, the harder it is for companies to exploit your trust. Remember, every single agree, click is a legally binding contract. It's a silent agreement that grants companies immense power over your personal information, often without your full comprehension. This isn't just about convenience. It's about control over your digital identity. We urge you to be aware, to be vigilant, and to read before you agree. Take a moment to consider the implications of that simple click. Your privacy is a precious commodity, and it's time we stopped giving it away so freely. Like this video, subscribe to our channel for more insights into digital literacy, and comment below with your own experiences or questions. Let's start a conversation about reclaiming our digital rights.